Welcome back to Digits here at WSJ Live. That is a 6-month chart of Apple stock. Obviously, it's done very well. Not so much today, but still very well over the last 6 months. The question is the ruling against Samsung and in favor of Apple just common sense? That's what David Weidner thinks. He joins us now from San Francisco, where he's a columnist with MarketWatch. David, it's been a while since we had you on the show. Welcome back.
Thanks, Simon.
So, you say that it's common sense, this ruling in favor of Apple. Explain your thought process.
Well, you don't have to be a student of global trade to recognize how patent law has been used. It's been used as a weapon. It's been used, it seemed, just about to do everything except defend intellectual property. It's become a distorted sort of battleground. And in this case between Apple and Samsung, I think a lot of people have sort of looked at it and just said, hey, that's the common sense verdict in this particular matter. You take a look at these two products, both the superficial things that you can see and the stuff that's underneath the hood, and you really have to feel good that the jury got it right. And that should appeal to people who simply want a sense of fair play in the marketplace. But I think as to Americans especially, and to the technology industry in particular here in the United States, it has to be a very reassuring verdict. I mean, this is where it happens. What we contribute to the global economy is innovation and technology. That's one thing that we do very well. Other countries are good at manufacturing, et cetera. But what we bring to the table is ideas. And this was a victory for the people who have ideas.
Now, you say in your column that the U.S. spends more than $400 billion annual on R&D, research and development, and that's as much as China, Japan, Germany, South Korea spend combined, right? And that's why we need the protection. That's what you're saying.
That's right. Well, you look at other countries, they invest, like China is investing very heavily in manufacturing, and they do it better than anybody else. They have a lot of advantages, they have a lot of labor, they have low costs, et cetera. That's what they do well. What we do well in the United States is we educate people. Wall Street pours financing into startup companies. There's venture capital. We nurse ideas all the way up until the point where they gestate into real products.
So David, let's turn the wheel back a bit and the telescope the other way around. Let's go back to the 19th century when Britain was the sort of the place where everything was manufactured and then it was exported, and the US was absolutely diabolical in its own way in stealing patents from the UK and setting up manufacturing and undercutting the UK. Isn't this just, hey, was good enough for the US to get going, why can't these other countries?
Well, I think that's a good point. I mean, certainly at some point, a technology has to be widely available to all companies. But I think when you're talking especially about sort of the turbocharged business that mobile products are right now for consumers and for companies, and there has to be at least some breathing room where if somebody has a development, they need to be protected at least for a while. Is it true that companies improve on other people's products? Yes, it's true. It happens all the time. It's good for consumers, and I'm not going to dispute that. But I think in this case, when you have such a clear, obvious knockoff that the Samsung phone was of the Apple phone, you have to raise a red flag. You have to say, hey, that goes a little bit too far. Enough is enough.
Okay, enough is enough. And this is enough. Thank you very much, David Weidner of MarketWatch.com. Check out the great stuff. Check out David's column on MarketWatch.com. You won't want to miss that.